I welcome you all back to today's lesson. So we are doing this question under calculus that is coming from 2022 November exams. So we are going to answer this question together and see how we can revise together. So the question is falling under calculus, and the first question that we have is telling us to evaluate. Evaluate what? We are given something like this. Upper limit 4, lower limit -1, then we've got 2 plus 2x plus 6x squared dx. This is the first question which we are given. So we are going to answer this question together and see how we can come up with the answer to this. The first thing you need to do is to integrate this. This is the first thing that you need to do, is to integrate. So we are going to integrate this. How do you integrate? There is a formula that we get to use whenever we want to integrate. The formula is ax n plus 1 over n plus 1. This is the formula which we'll be using for us to integrate such expressions. So I want you to follow me properly even as I teach you how you can evaluate this. So this means that when a number is written like a 2, when you're just having a 2, meaning it is having x raised to the power 0, because you know that any number raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. So this is just the same. You add plus 1, then the power comes down 0 plus 1. This is what you'll be doing. Then you say plus, this is 2x power 1. There is a 1 there. So when a power is not indicated, meaning there is a power 1, you say plus 1 over 1 plus 1. So the power always comes down. Plus, you've got 6x power 2 plus 1. You're just adding 1. Then you say over 2 plus 1 like this. Then you put this like this. Then these limits, are you able to see these limits? These limits comes this side where you've got 4 and -1. This is what you are going to do. So we continue with our calculations. So we say this is now equal to what? This is now equal to what? Where you say here you're going to have a 1. So I'm going to have 2x power 1 plus here I'm going to have a 2. This 2 which will be here and that 2 will be cancelled. So I'm going to have x squared. Then this is 3. 2 plus 1, it is 3. 3 into 6, it is 2. So plus 2 x to the power what? Power 3. This is what I've formed. Then the limits have got a 4 on top and a -1 there. Then I evaluate this part. Once I reach here, then I just need to evaluate where I'm going to do. The first part, I'm going to put a 4. So where there is x, I put a 4. So I'm going to have 2, 4 plus 4 squared minus a plus, there is a plus, 2, 4 cubed. I do this. Then minus, I put a what? Minus is part of the formula. Minus, I put what? I put -1 where there is x. So I say 2, -1 plus -1 squared plus 2 -1 power 3 like this. This is what I'm going to do. Then after doing this, I evaluate what is the answer this side. What answer am I getting this side? So what is 2 times 4? You get what? You get 8 here. 8 plus 4 squared is 16. So plus 16, you get 24. Then you go here, you say plus. So what is 2 open bracket 4 close then to the power 3. What answer are you getting? So this O part, we are getting 152 minus. So when you evaluate that O part, you get 152 minus. What answer you get in this other side? You just type the way they are. 2, open bracket, negative 1, close, plus, open bracket, negative 1, close, squared, plus 2, open bracket, negative 1, close, cubed. The answer that we are getting. So what is the answer? So just start over. I say, what is a 2, open bracket, negative 1, close, plus, open bracket, negative 1, close, squared, plus 2, open bracket, negative 1, close, then cubed. What answer am I getting? So the answer that I'm getting, the answer is what? Negative 3. So I'm getting negative 3. So I say, I do this. This is what I'm going to do. So I'm getting a negative 3. The answer that I'm getting is a negative 3. So where I continue and say, this is minus, and I say negative 3. So here you know that it's to add. So just same as 152 plus 3, which is just equal to 155. This is your answer. So this is the answer that we are getting for the first one. So we've answered the first one. We go to the second one. The question comes back. I go back to the second one. The second one, what am I told? So hope you've seen how I've answered this one. The second one, I'm told to find the equation of the normal. Hope you're able to see. Find the equation of the normal to the curve y is equal to x squared minus 3x minus 4 at the point 2, negative 6. I'm told to find the equation of the normal. So I love this question here. I love this question. So I find the equation of the normal. Equation of the normal. How do we find the equation of the normal? So the equation which is given is y is equal to x squared minus 3x minus 4. The first thing you need to do is to differentiate the equation which is given. So you say you are differentiating y with respect to x. So it's dy dx is equal to. Which formula do we get to use? Oh, maybe you've forgotten the formula that we use. The formula that we use is NAX, like this, power n minus 1. This is to say you get to multiply any here is the power, a is the coefficient. So you multiply power times coefficient, then the variable follows. The power, you remove 1. So here we are having 1. 2 times 1, it is 2x. Then 2 minus 1, we remove a 1 there. We say minus. Here we are having a 1. 1 times 3, it's 3x. 1 minus 1, like that. You cannot differentiate a constant number. Those are the principles that we know. You cannot differentiate a constant number. So you continue and say dy over dx is equal to. Here you are going to get 2x. Here you are going to get minus 3. Maybe you're shocked. How come? So 3x power 0. Any number raised to the power 0, x power 0 is 1. So this is the same as 3 times 1, which is equal to 3. So it is just the same as writing a 3, which is there. So this is how you get to answer. Don't forget, you are told to find the equation of the normal. At the point, what point? 2, negative 6. This is the point. So the dy dx, which is here, this is the gradient. So that is the what? That is the gradient. So what you are going to do is that you proceed and say m is equal to 2, where there is x. X, this is x value, this is y value. Where there is x, you put 2 minus 3. So it means gradient is equal to 4 minus 3, a 3 which is here. Then finally your answer is what? Your answer is 1. We get 1 as our answer. This one is our gradient. So we cannot use this gradient. We say gradient 1 times gradient 2 should be equal to -1. Have you seen? So gradient 1 you already have. What is your gradient 1? Gradient 1 is 1. So 1 m2 is equals to -1. You find m2. What is your m2? This is just 1. So m2 is just equal to -1. So this is the gradient that we are going to use, which is -1. So whenever you are taught to find the equation of the normal, you need to find the gradient too, because the equation of the normal and the equation of the tangent are perpendicular to each other. Meaning if you multiply the gradient of the equation of the normal and the gradient of the equation of the tangent, it must give you -1. So you get this one. Then after you've seen now that the gradient you're going to use is -1. So where you do this, so you've seen that it is -1. So answering this question, this is the question we are answering. So you say this is the formula we use. This is the formula that we get to use, like this. You have the gradient -1. The point 2, -6. You already have. This is x1. This is y1. You just substitute in this equation. Then you are done. What is y is constant? My y1, there is -6. And this negative, it becomes a positive here, which is equal to, what is your gradient? -1. You do this. X is constant minus x1, it is 2. You do this. Then this is y plus 6 is equal to -1 times x, -x. -1 times -2, +2, like this. Where you continue and say y is equal to -x plus 2. When this one comes this side, it becomes -6. Then your final answer is y is equal to -6. What is 2 minus 6? That is -4. This is your answer. This is the equation of the tangent. This is how we get to answer such a question. And these are procedures you need to follow for you to answer such questions. So if you want tuitions in mathematics, chemistry, and physics, I do conduct online lessons. I can really help you get a distinction at an affordable fee. You can contact me on this number, then I'll be there to help you. Contact me on this line, then I will help you. 0971 066747. This is my number. I will help you get a distinction in mathematics, chemistry, and physics. Thank you so much.